I know we're briefly discussing like how people cheat at cards and how they gain an advantage in a game. So I'll show you what it looks like. You know, if you ever play cards for money, when you shuffle the cards, if you shuffle the cards in a way that you receive a winning hand, that's known as stacking the deck. You've probably heard the whole idea of that before, like, oh, he stacked the deck was stacked in his favour. I'll show you what that looks like, okay? And we'll use let's use 4 queens. 4 queens are good. Now understand that if we was to do this in a real game, I wouldn't use a hand as sensational as the 4 queens. I wouldn't want it to be obvious that I'm cheating. But since this is a theatrical demonstration, it will look nice if I deal myself the 4 queens. And is that all the cards we have here? Oh, 4 queens on the table. Perfect.
Apart from the 2 that you gifted us, yeah?
Oh yeah, exactly. All your souvenirs. I mean, you're destroying my deck here. So we'll use the 4 queens for this. And even if this was a real situation, I would probably deal the winning hand to an accomplice. That way we can split the profit and divert suspicion. But it will look nice if I deal myself the 4 queens. I mean, this is my show. I want to look good on camera, you know. So we'll leave the queens on top of the deck, okay? And we're going to stack the queens for a 4-handed game of draw poker. Okay, so we're going to give the cards just a little shuffle here. Just want to make sure the camera gets a good chance to see this.
Are we going to play poker now?
If you've got money on you, we can play poker if you want. Just give the cards a shuffle, yeah? And that's the first shuffle. That stacks the first 2 queens, and we're going to just give the cards one more shuffle here. And I really want you to scrutinise the shuffle route here. You can really come in and just see how on the surface, how thorough it looks. Let's just really get a nice little shuffle for you here. So can you see? That looks like a very thorough shuffle from the very top to the very bottom. And you can see that as well.
Yeah.
And we can even do the most satisfying bit. That's my new ASMR playlist. It's 10 hours of that, by the way. Lo-fi, eat your heart out. But it makes no difference how often you shuffle the cards. The cards have to be cut, because that keeps things nice and honest. Keeps things on, well, so I've heard at least. And we said for 4 hands, so player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4 gets that queen. But 1 queen's not going to knock off many pots. So what about a pair of queens? Now that's a good hand. But if you've got a pair of queens, you might be looking for a set or 3 of a kind, which would win 90% of the time. But honestly, why waste money on 90% when you can have all 4 queens? And that's how you stack the deck.
Unless I got 4 aces, then that's...
Do you want to be better than 4 queens? You're right, because you're my accomplice over here. I dealt you the 1, 2, 3, 4 kings, but in this game you can trust no one, least of all your partner. And that's why you never gamble with a card shark. Thank you very much.